Hello everyone, welcome to my video. In this video I wanted to do an overview of a peer-to-peer lending platform that I'm invested in called Constant, or My Constant as it used to be called. I'm going to show you a screenshot of my withdrawal confirmation emails to show you that this platform is paying out. So here's the screenshot of the two emails that I put together. This here is the withdrawal request, just stating that they're confirming my transfer of $59.73 US through Zelle into my bank account. And then this is the actual deposit from the bank, showing the $59.73 being deposited into my bank account. So guys, it does work. It took about less than 24 hours. They do process all of their withdrawals on business days, so just keep that in mind. It's just like a bank. You won't get any withdrawals over the weekend. It's only during business hours. Alright, so I'm going to go into my account in just a moment and show you what the features are in your account's back office. But before I do that, this short video will explain what this platform is and go into a little bit of detail about what peer-to-peer lending is and how the contracts are secured.
Welcome to the world's first fully secured peer-to-peer lending platform. Here's how it works. John wants to invest $10,000 for 1 year and earn 10% APR. Annie needs a loan. Her terms match John's. She secures her loan with ETH collateral, 150% of the loan value. When Annie repays the loan, John gets his returns. Annie gets her collateral back. It's entirely automated by smart contract technology. Constant is P2P lending done right. If borrowers default on other P2P platforms, investors are out of luck. Constant only offers secured loans. If borrowers default, their collateral is automatically sold. If the value of borrower collateral falls too much, it's also sold. Investors get their returns, borrowers keep the loan. This way, investors always get their principal and profit. Constant also protects the borrower. All collateral is kept safe in a smart contract escrow. That means no one can touch it. Borrowers automatically get their collateral back when they repay. Secured loans mean no credit scoring, no risk evaluation, no human error, and automatic settlement. Constant is for everyone. No minimum capital, no maximum loans. Open worldwide. The first truly peer-to-peer, fully secured lending platform.
Okay, so that sort of gives you a brief overview of what the company is about. So like I said, it is a P2P lending or peer-to-peer lending. And what peer-to-peer lending is, for those that don't know, it's a lending platform where you have the lenders and the borrowers. And rather than go into the bank to get a loan, the funds are supplied by the investors. You can be an investor and put up your own money to loan out to people that are wanting to borrow it. And you set the terms, how long the loan is going to last, the interest rate it would be, and the amount of the loan. And if you both agree to the terms, the contract is put into motion. They get their funds. As the investor, your funds are locked up, and after the term is over, you receive your funds back plus the interest. Let's just go down the page and just read a little bit more about the company. It says that it's fully secured, fully backed. All loans and investments are protected by Ethereum, smart contracts, and crypto collateral. So this platform is cryptocurrency related. However, I do want to point out that you can invest in this company without even touching cryptocurrency. You can link your bank account, deposit your funds into the Constant platform, set your terms on your loan, issue the loan, and when the term is up, receive your funds back, and you can withdraw them directly back into your bank account using Zelle. You're technically investing in the crypto space, but you don't have to actually buy cryptocurrency if you do not want to get into it that way. But I do also want to point out that if you do want to invest using cryptocurrency, that is allowed as well. See how it works is the constant algorithm matches investors with borrowers glad to pay their rates. It then secures investor funds and borrower collateral in an unstoppable smart contract and facilitates the entire transaction from beginning to end. And it gives a little bit more example of how it works. It says investors make a deposit of any amount and choose the interest rate they want to earn. Then a matching algorithm connects them, and smart contract technology automates the entire process. So you have the borrower over here who chooses how much interest they want to pay and put down a collateral equal to 150% value of what they want to borrow. So in other words, if you want to borrow say $100 worth of cryptocurrency, that means you would have to put up $150 worth of collateral in order to get the loan. It says, why is it better? It says, unlike traditional P2P platforms that prey on vulnerable borrowers and expect investors to shoulder the risk, Constant is designed to protect them both. It says secured returns for investors. If the borrower defaults, collateral is sold to refund the investor. If collateral falls in value, it is sold at the threshold. It's all automated by an unstoppable smart contract. Investors will always get their principal and profit. It says collateral protection for the borrowers. It says the borrower collateral is stored safely in a smart contract escrow powered by the Ethereum network. This runs exactly as programmed, independent from human intervention. No one can touch their assets. As long as borrowers repay, they will always get their collateral back. And that's the thing that I really enjoy about this platform that caught my attention is the Ethereum smart contracts. It's completely automated. You're not. They are collateralized, so that means that there is something put up as collateral on these loans. The borrower cannot just take the money and run, and then you're just left holding the bag. And with it being a smart contract, it's all automated on the Ethereum blockchain, which for those that are not familiar with Ethereum and the smart contract technology, is all automated, and the blockchain is sort of like a ledger that everybody can see. Every transaction that takes place on this ledger can be verified. So there's no way to hide what's going on. Everybody sees it and everybody verifies it. So a few other questions is, what is peer-to-peer lending? Well, I sort of explained what it is, but let's go over it. It says, unlike bank loans, peer-to-peer lending works by matching investors and borrowers directly. Since there is no greedy middleman getting in the way, you set your own terms and rates, giving you unparalleled control of your finances. So whether you're looking for a low interest loan or better returns on your investment, will match you with someone who'd love to do business with you. See what makes Constant different from other peer-to-peer lending platforms. It says Constant is the first fully secured peer-to-peer lending platform. All investor funds are fully backed by collateral. Borrow collateral is stored safely in escrow, which means no one can touch it until it is transferred back to them after repayment. Unlike other platforms, Constant also allows users to set their own interest rates and terms. Ethereum powered smart contracts automate the loan agreement and always run exactly as programmed, ensuring both investors and borrowers are protected. Who can participate? It says anyone can participate as long as you have an internet connection to use their website and access to a bank account to receive a loan and or repayment. Now how does Constant protect customers' funds? It says all loans and investments are protected by a combination of Ethereum smart contracts and crypto collateral. An Ethereum smart contract is an unstoppable program rule set that strictly defines how your money is used. It says all borrowers put up a 150% of the loan amount in collateral, so investors see a return whether a borrower repays or not. Then we have some reviews about the platform. Now, another thing that always concerns me with any investment platform is are the fees. What fees do they charge to invest in this project? How much do they charge to withdraw, and so on and so forth. So if you go down to the bottom of the page and go to this section called pricing and service times, it breaks down all of the pricing. It says all times shown below are maximum estimates. In all cases, the team strives for as soon as possible. In other words, they try to process everything as quickly as possible, but keep in mind everything is done during business hours, Monday through Friday. So you have your fiat deposits of any amount. They generally take 1 hour, or if it's outside of business hours, the next business day, and there's no fee for that. Same thing for your crypto deposits. Depending on the dollar value of the crypto determines how long it takes for them to process it. But again, it is during business hours, and there's also no fee for that. Then you have your withdrawals. With a fiat withdrawal, if you withdraw into your bank account using Zelle and the amount is less than $500, they usually process it within the same day or the next business day. Also, the fees on these are also free. Then if you want to withdraw your funds in a cryptocurrency, depends on the dollar value of what it is, but if it's less than $5,000, they usually process it within a few minutes, and is also free. Okay, and then the matching fees. If you are investing, there's a 0% fee for investing your money and issuing a loan. If you are the one borrowing the money, they do charge a 1% fee as the way they make their money. And of course, that's 1% on top of the actual term that the investor set as their interest rate. So in other words, if the investor sets a 10% interest rate, the borrower will actually be charged 11%. 10% goes to the investor, and the 1% goes to constant. Early repayment. This is on the borrower side of things. Says if you make early repayment before 75% of the term has elapsed, the fee will be 50% interest of the remaining term, and if it's after 70% of the term has elapsed, you will still have to pay back 100% interest of the remaining term. And so what that means is, say you take out a loan for, let's say, 120 days. 75% of that would be broken into 4 parts. That would be 90 days would be the 70% time frame. So if you pay back your loan before that 90 days has elapsed, you will still have to pay on the remaining term up to the 120 days. However, you will not have to pay 100% of what the interest rate would be. You only pay 50% of it. However, if you wait till after that 75% threshold, you have to pay back the full amount, whether you waited for the full 120-day term to elapse, or if you just say you pay it back within 100 days, it's still over the 75% of the term, so you have to pay back the full amount of the interest. Then late repayments. If it's 24 to 72 hours late, there is a 10% of the total interest due fee. Alright, so let's get into the back office of your account and see what it looks like and go over it. So when you log in, you're going to see a balance right here, and this is going to reflect what is not currently issued out in loans. This is just what's going to be sitting in your account waiting to be invested or ready to be withdrawn. The stars is part of their referral program. Whenever you make a referral and someone signs up under your referral link, you are issued a star. And the star can be used in 2 different ways. You can use it on the investor side of things, and 1 star equals 1% bonus interest. So, for example, if you issue a loan at 10% and you use one of your stars, you will actually earn 11% interest rather than 10%. And you are able to use up to 3 stars per loan. So you were able to get an additional 3% interest on whatever terms you set. And on the borrower side of things, it works in the opposite direction and works as a discount on your loan. So if you borrow money at a 10% interest rate and you use up to 3 stars, you can get up to 3% discount rate on that 10%. So you could bring it down to 7% interest. See, this is the part where you are able to make a deposit. So on the deposit page, I'll go over this 5% annual percentage yield in just a moment, but you have a few different ways to invest. You can invest with US dollars directly from your bank account. They have a few other fiat currency denominations. Then you have your cryptocurrency stable coins that you can invest in, like Tether, USD Coin, True USD, Paxos, Gemini, Stably, Dixie Gold, and Binance US Dollar. Now, this 5% annual percentage yield is a rate that they're offering on whenever you deposit into their account, and by default, your money will earn a minimum of 5% annual percentage yield. So even if you do not want to invest into the lending platform side of things, you don't want to have your money tied up within a loan, you can just deposit it into their account and just have it sit there, and it will automatically earn 5% interest. And then you can just take the full balance out plus your interest out into your bank account whenever you want to. They just have a comparison, and this 5% is an outstanding rate compared to what the interest rates are on savings accounts and CDs at local banks. Like just comparison of what the interest rates on your savings accounts and these other banks, they're generally like 0.01% up to 0.04% is the going rate on most banks. There are some that do have high yield interest rates that can go up to about 2%, but I mean 5% is still a much better rate. So going back to the back office main page, the next section is where you would make your withdrawals. So any funds that are in this balance right here, you can go to this section and withdraw those funds. If you want to withdraw it directly into your bank account using Zelle, you can do the fiat currency section, or if you want to withdraw it as a cryptocurrency, you go to this section. So far I have not withdrawn anything as a cryptocurrency. I've only withdrawn it as the fiat currency. I started off with a $50 initial investment just to test it out. They were running a promotion at the time where they would give you a free, it's going to be kind of hard to explain what it was. They gave you a free $1,000 loan at 10% interest, and even though you did not get the $1,000 investment, they gave you the interest off of that loan for, I believe it was set at a 30-day term. So if you'll look at my withdrawal of the $59.73, what that is broken down is the initial $50 that I invested, and then that $9.73 is going to be that bonus interest that they offered me through that fake loan, or whatever you want to call it, the $1,000 loan, plus the interest that the $50 earned. So if you go to the withdrawal section under the fiat currency, this is the breakdown of what the screen looks like. You put in, it'll show your available balance up here, which I have 0, and type in the dollar amount that you want to withdraw, and whether you want to do a bank transfer or do it through Zelle. Now if you do it through Zelle, you just, if your bank account is set up through Zelle, you just put in the email address associated with your Zelle account along with your name, and choose send, and just give it a day, and they'll process it and put it into your bank account the following day. Or you can do a bank transfer, which is going to be a little bit more complicated. It's just like doing a wire transfer, and you had to put in your account number and all the information of your bank in order to send it. I would recommend using Zelle if it is available with your bank. Now, if you prefer to withdraw your earnings into a crypto wallet, this is what the screen would look like. They allow you to withdraw with constant, which is their own stable coin. You can also withdraw as Tether, USD coin, stable coin, or stable USD, True USD, and Binance USD. And if you want to do that, say you want to withdraw as USD coin, you just select that, put in the amount you want to withdraw, and enter in your USD coin wallet address and choose send. And within 1 day, you should see your funds. You're also able to transfer your funds to another user, another constant user. So you're able to transfer them free of charge to anybody that has a constant account. Alright, if you go on down the page, you'll see your investments, and at the moment I have only one investment that's currently active, and you see that it is a $100 and 71 cent principal. Shows the interest that I've earned to date. The total interest that it should have at the end of the term. The rate that it's at was initially a 10% rate, and I used one of my stars to get a 1% bonus, so I'm getting 11% APR. Set the term for 180 days, and it shows the date that the term will be ending. And then it shows the details of how it was matched. It says the interest rate, how much of it has been earned so far, the terms, the date that it was matched. Okay, so let's go over how you invest and borrow. The way that I do it, I go to the Pro section because it gives you far more details as to what is available and what the market is doing. So let's go to the Pro section, and it's going to resemble that of an exchange. It may be a little overwhelming at first for those that are not used to looking at what an exchange normally looks like, but I'll just go over it and sort of break it down. It's actually a little bit easier to understand. So we're just going to ignore this section right here. This just sort of gives you a history of what the going rates for loans were at any given time. That shows you the high and low on any given date. But we're not really going to focus on that. We're mostly going to focus on this section over here. These are the loans in the order book. Things that are listed on the top section with the interest rate in red. These are the people that have invested money, and these are the loans that are available at the rate that they've set. For example, there's currently you can borrow 1,000 USD at an 8% interest rate for a 30-day term. And then down below here in the green are the borrowers putting their orders in the books, stating, for example, this person wants to borrow $990 at a rate of 8.5% for 210 days. So you can go in and use this to gauge where you want to set your loan at to ensure that it will get matched with a borrower. And whenever you get ready to actually invest, you would have your balance available over here, and you would put in the amount that you want to invest. Say you want to open a $100 loan at 10% interest for a term of 30 days, or you can set it for 60, 90, 120, so on and so forth. And then you would choose invest, and then it would place your investment up in this section of the order book, and it will show your open orders over here. If you go to order history, you'll see that $100 71 cent loan that was on the other page. This is just the information where I put that order into the order book. Now, if you do want to do a little bit more research on the company and the people involved in it, if you go to the About section, it'll bring you to this page where you can read just a little bit more about the company, look at pictures of the team, some expos that they've been to, information about where their offices are located, and numbers that you can call their offices and talk to them there. A little more information about what peer-to-peer lending is, the members of the team, information on them. And another feature that I really like about this platform is if you look down here in the corner, you'll see this icon. And this is actually linking to your Facebook Messenger. And if you sign in to your Facebook Messenger by clicking on this icon, you're able to chat with a member of the Constant team. And I've used it several times to get support when I first signed up for an account. I was having issues getting my bank transfer to go through, and I was not familiar with using Zelle, and I was able to use this Facebook chat, Facebook Messenger feature and go back and forth with some of the customer service representatives, and they were very helpful. So I must say that their customer service is top notch in the experiences that I've had. They're very, very helpful. They get back with you within 24 hours. They will communicate with you through Messenger. They will also communicate with you through email. I have not spoken with anybody on the phone, but I'm sure their customer service would be equally as impressive over the phone. So that right there is a huge plus for me. Okay, and the last section that I'm going to go over is your account settings and details section. So whenever you set up an account, you will have to pass the KYC, which stands for Know Your Customer, which was really easy to do. All you do is just send them a picture of your driver's license or government ID. I think a picture of the front and back, and I may have to send a picture of your face to them so they can verify your identity. I don't remember if that was true in this platform, if they just required the ID. So after you pass that and everything is activated, you're able to add your bank information, your account details, which I'm not going to go in. I don't want to show that information. You have your account activity, your deposits, show a list of deposits that I've had. That's the original $50 I put in that I've withdrawn. Also another $100 deposit. These other two deposits that show in canceled, those were canceled because of issues I was having on my end. It was something to do with me trying to use Zelle with my bank. It was not any issue on Constant side of things. It was just strictly errors on my end, but I got it sorted out. I didn't lose any money. So customer service with Constant was very helpful in getting these situations sorted out. So that was good. Then you have your withdrawals, which is going to show that withdrawal that I shown earlier, the $59.73. Here's the screenshot of that again. Then if you are transferring money from one Constant user to another, it would be in this section. Or also if you are transferring into the investment side of things, this is where your investment history is also listed. Let's get down to the very bottom. But you start off with the initial $50 and invested it. Invested and just listing all of the investments, and then and withdrawals. And this shows all of the interest earned. So guys, this is going to wrap up this video overview of the Constant platform. If you're interested in investing in this platform, I will leave my referral link down in the description of the video. Feel free to check it out. I do want to point out though that anytime you deal with any of these investment platforms, anything to deal with investment in general and cryptocurrencies, do your own research and invest at your own risk. None of this stuff is guaranteed, is not insured by the government. So just keep that in mind. Just do your research and enter at your own risk. So guys, if you found this information useful, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on this video. Consider subscribing to my channel. Comments and suggestions are always welcome. And until next time guys, see you later.